What if feeling closer to your partner didn't require a huge relationship overhaul? What if it started with a few small things you could do today? Welcome back to GrowBooks, where we explore books that can help us think differently, grow personally, and build better lives. Today we're looking at The Love Prescription, 7 Days to More Intimacy, Connection, and Joy by Dr. John Gottman and Dr. Julie Schwartz Gottman. And we're asking, can 7 days of small changes really help couples feel more connected? The Gottmans have spent decades studying relationships, and The Love Prescription takes ideas from that work and turns them into a practical 7-day plan. The first thing you'll notice is that the book isn't asking you to completely transform your relationship. There are no enormous romantic gestures or complicated exercises. Instead, the focus is on something much smaller. Everyday moments of connection. The 7 days cover making contact with your partner, asking a meaningful question, expressing thanks, giving a genuine compliment, asking for what you need, connecting through physical touch, and creating a date night. None of that sounds particularly revolutionary, and that's actually one of the book's strengths. Long-term relationships aren't usually lived through dramatic romantic moments. They're lived while making dinner, driving home from work, sitting on the sofa, or having coffee in the morning. And it's within those ordinary moments that couples can slowly stop noticing each other. One of the first ideas in the book is recognizing those little attempts your partner makes to connect with you. Maybe they show you something on their phone. Perhaps they tell you something that happened during their day. Maybe they make a joke or simply try to get your attention. The question is, do you respond? Or are you distracted, tired, or busy enough that the moment simply passes? Another useful part of the book encourages couples to ask more meaningful questions. When you've been together for years, it's easy to assume you already know everything about your partner. But people continue changing. Their worries change. Their ambitions change. Their priorities change. So instead of always asking, "How was work?" you might occasionally ask, "What have you been thinking about lately?" Or, "Is there something you'd love us to do together?" Questions like these bring curiosity back into a relationship. The book also focuses on gratitude and genuine compliments. Again, incredibly simple, but think about how easily appreciation disappears into routine. Perhaps your partner makes coffee every morning. Maybe they're wonderful with the children. Perhaps they make you laugh when you've had a difficult day. You may appreciate those things without actually saying so. The Love Prescription encourages couples to make that appreciation visible again. Another particularly useful idea is learning to ask for what you need. Many relationship frustrations grow because we expect our partner to somehow know what we want. We think, if they really understood me, I wouldn't have to ask. But people aren't mind readers. Clearly expressing what you need gives your partner an opportunity to respond instead of forcing them to guess. The final parts of the program include physical touch and intentionally making time for each other. And this is where I think the 7-day structure makes the most sense. It's not really promising that you can repair every relationship problem in a week. It's more like a 7-day reset of your attention. You're practicing noticing, asking, appreciating, expressing, touching, and spending intentional time together. That's an important distinction because the title could otherwise create unrealistic expectations. Will 7 days completely transform a relationship that's been struggling for years? Probably not. And a book shouldn't replace professional counseling when a couple is dealing with serious or persistent difficulties. But 7 days feels achievable. A 12-month relationship improvement program might feel overwhelming. 7 days? You might actually try it. And once those 7 days are finished, you can continue whichever habits made a difference. That's why I think this book may be particularly useful for couples who still care about each other, but feel everyday life has taken over. Maybe your conversations have become mostly about bills, children, work, and responsibilities. Maybe nothing is dramatically wrong. You simply don't feel quite as close as you once did. The Love Prescription offers a manageable place to begin. And perhaps its most useful message is also its simplest. Connection doesn't always require doing something bigger. Sometimes it requires noticing something smaller. Turn towards your partner when they speak. Ask one better question. Say thank you. Give a compliment you genuinely mean. Tell them what you need. Reach for their hand. Make time for each other. Will 7 days magically create the perfect relationship? No. But 7 days might remind you of something that's easy to forget. The person beside you isn't simply part of your routine. There's still someone worth noticing. And sometimes feeling closer begins there. Thanks for watching GrowBooks. If you enjoyed this review, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more book reviews and recommendations. And don't forget to check the description below for helpful links. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.